for payment, and we target to enable the mass adoption of payment and investment using the digital assets that are available currently. We offer this secure payment platform that is very easy to use, such as you store your digital assets, you transfer your digital assets, or even spending and buying things from the Sopay applications. So it's so efficient that we open our API and our business partner is able to integrate the Sopay payment service to their existing business less than 1 week. They will bring a faster service rollout to all our users in the market. Well, while making payment with the consumer is actually zero cost, and we build this SOX, so it's a smart exchange layer, so that we collect the payment from the merchant, from our business partner. The business partner have flexibility to exchange the digital currency to other digital currency, or even to cash it out the digital currency to a fiat money. So it's very flexible and up to the business partner decision on what currency they want to accept or they want to cash out. So all the digital assets that running through the Sopay application or service is actually being managed on the Sol chain. It's a private blockchain network that's enhanced based on the US platform. So we tailor-made it to better fit for mobile payment, to run in a very faster speed. In future, we're also thinking to tokenize our business partner membership points. If you are a business, you're issuing membership points or issuing digital coupons, we can help our business partner to tokenize their coupons or membership points, and it will be listed on our platform and tradable around the world by all our users. Well, by far, our project is actually meeting our white paper milestones. Early this week, we just released our first version of application to be downloadable by iOS and Android. It actually supports some basic features that I mentioned. It supports the payment service, and we offer zero fees for transactions, and the transaction is able to arrive almost instantly. We also added the mining features when along the way you use our application for payment, for transfer, or even for deposit the asset into the application, you will receive some mining income as well. So in coming months, we're going to add more features like to support the BTC standard, and then we will add the OTC into our application so that our user is flexible to exchange the fiat money to digital currency or vice versa. We are also launching the Super Notes programs so that we will assign some dedicated Super Notes around the world to help us to manage and serve our communities better, and then we'll incentive the communities with the SOP tokens so that everybody will adopt the payment service and use the features of our application even faster. So next year, Q1 is even more exciting. We will be implementing the SOMO. So what does SOMO mean? I mentioned before that if you are working on a business that you will issue some digital coupons or you have a membership point, we can actually help you to tokenize your points and your tokens, and you'll be listed on the Sol marketplace, and everybody around the world is able to see it, and then they can exchange it and trade all your membership points and coupons freely. And actually that's a good option for the local business to expand globally without heavy technical investment in blockchain by using the Sopay technology. Thanks. So for the last 3 months, we've been running a programs and start to build our communities and to reserve our first batch of potential users. So the last 3 months, we have been collected a lot of potential users covering 120 countries around the world. Mainly they are from Asia, including Korea as well. And then China, Southeast Asia like Singapore, Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, and we also have a fair amount of users who subscribe to our services from Europe and Africa as well. So the unique subscriber number we have collected so far has reached to 230,000 users. So these are the very initial users that are going to download our application and start to use our service. Okay, go up. Previous. Okay, so if you're using your existing digital wallets, you have all these pain points like it's so complicated to log on. If you change your mobile phone, it's very difficult to carry forward your private key, etc. And you also expose yourself to a risk where you lost your private key, you lost all your digital assets, right? Everyone have the same problem, right? And also when you try to do transaction, with your digital wallet to everyone, you require some transaction fees. And if you pay very low transaction fees, there is a long latency for the transaction to be arrived, right? So Sopay came in to solve this problem, where if you're going to manage your digital asset with the Sopay application, you just log on with your mobile phone. So if you change your phone, if you change to other phone, you just download the app and you use the mobile phone ID to log on. And then you have all your digital assets again. And then you want to make the payment, you want to make transaction, you want to transfer your asset to your friends and communities. You just require to key in 6-digit password and it's 0 transaction fees. And the transaction is going to arrive almost instantly, like less than a second. Well, I'd like to give a very small demo right now, so if Fiona can help me out. So I'll probably announce the official release of the Sopay application here. So in my application, I have all the tokens here, including Ethereum, including our own token, SOP, OMG, BNB, all these ERC20 standard tokens that we have. So now I'm going to transfer some of my SOP token to Fiona, my colleagues here. So what I need to do is just to look for her phone number. So it's just that easy. I look for her phone number. I'm going to send her 100 SOP tokens. As you can see here, it's 0 fees. No transaction fee at all. So I just key in 6-digit password and it's completed. So it will arrive to Fiona almost like instantly. Have you got it? Yeah. Okay, so Fiona got my 100 SOP like less than a second. And I'm not paying anything, gas fees at all. So is it exciting?
Yes.
Okay, right. So besides offering the 0 transaction fees and fast payment transaction, we also try to incentive our user who are going to use the Sopay services. So whenever consumer is making payment through the Sopay application, we're going to be free of charge to the consumer. And furthermore, the consumer is going to receive some mining tokens from Sopay, right? So we don't charge anything for the consumer, but we will charge certain service charge for business partner, and we will return more than 80% of the service charge that we charge to business partner to the consumer who make payment with Sopay. I think you're going to help me out there. Right. So the second feature is that transfer assets or transfer your coins or token within Sopay application. So it's totally free. And furthermore, for 3 times a day, if you're going to transfer Ethereum within the Sopay application, you will have an option to start mining as well. And you receive the SOP token every time. 3 times a day, you try to transfer Ethereum within the Sopay application. In this case, when you have a group of friends or business partner that you need to send them Ethereum as a payment for their service or other purposes, this is a very good option because you will gain some SOP token as well when you conduct the transfer. Okay. Well, another exciting thing that I want to share to you is about, if you look at the recent news that the delay of the ETF approval for Bitcoin, right? So we're seeing a lot of altcoins or Bitcoin is suffering a great loss. So if you are an individual investor, it's almost important and very difficult for you guys to beat the institution investor or all the big corporate trying to speculate the market. So even worse, a lot of tokens that has been listed on exchange that you guys invested may be down to nothing, to zero, and because all these tokens were not built with very solid and sustaining business model. So it's very risky right now in the bearish market if you try to invest your money and your tokens into the exchange. And we are expecting there will be a very long bear market towards end of the year. So given this situation, how would you keep all your valuable digital assets to survive yourself through this bear market? Are you going to keep it in the exchange, or you keep it in your digital wallet and do nothing? So Sopay offers a good solution. We call it assets mining. So when you deposit the digital assets from your current wallet to the Sopay, and then you lock it for a certain period of time, we're going to give you up to 16.5 annual earning incentive. So the earning incentive is going to cover hourly basis. So every hour we will update how many incentives you earn if you deposit your tokens into Sopay. So currently we support our own token, which is SOP, as well as Ethereum. So you deposit the Ethereum or SOP into Sopay and you lock for a certain amount of period, starting from 15 days to 30 days to 90 days. You get up to annual 16.5% return in SOP tokens. So that will help you to at least gain something in return when you stagnate your digital asset in the digital wallet. So you can find out more about the deposit and lock for mining features from our product introduction. Okay, last but not least, I don't want you guys only seeing the benefit here. I want you guys to spread it out. Tell your friend about the beautiful about Sopay, right? So we intend to encourage mass adoption for digital payments, and we want to incentive all this back to the communities. So if you're referring Sopay to your friends, you will also receive 10% of all their mining earnings. So the more you spread out the news, the more friends you invited to use the application, and they start to do mining from the application, you will earn even more. Is that amazing? Right, so this is the APIs that I mentioned earlier. So this is the core model for Sopay that will support more and more business to use the Sopay payment platform. So we open the API so that it's very easy to be integrated by the traditional business. At first stage, we will focus to work with all the online games developers, and then entertainment contents like magazines, like Avatar. So this Sopay API, the SO API, is actually compatible with HTML5, so it's easy to develop for mobile phone usage, for web, as well as for native applications. By using the SO Exchange, the XOX, as a business, you can receive the payment in digital currency, and then you have flexibility and option to keep it as digital currency or to exchange to fiat money as a business. So that is based on your preference and your needs. So like if you are running your business and you are interested to support the digital payment as an option to your existing payment method, please kindly contact us for more information about the Sopay API. Okay, so as I mentioned, we just released our application early this week, and we already have 3 games supporting the payment API, and you can discover the game from the application today. And there will be more and more game and content to be available and to be discovered from the application. So can you help me to play the videos? The videos, please. This is 2 minutes videos to summarize what I introduced about Sopay and what we offer to the consumer and to the business.
Currency holders in the world. But what can you really use a cryptocurrency for? While over 90% of cryptocurrencies are traded on exchanges, there are few options for spending cryptocurrency. Sopay is the first secure and easy payment solution for everyday transactions with cryptocurrencies. What is Sopay? Think of it like a digital wallet, like Apple Pay or Alipay, but for cryptocurrencies. You can use the Sopay app to pay for anything. Just download the app, authenticate your account with 6-digit PIN or a biometric ID, and you're ready to go. Wow, it's so easy! But is it safe to use Sopay? Sopay is 100% safe. It runs under a TEE trusted environment with hardware-isolated key storage to achieve credit card-grade security. Besides, digital assets on Sopay are distributed on the public chain with network encryption to protect your privacy. Which currency does it support? Sopay supports most leading cryptocurrencies. Payment transactions are completed within seconds. Are there any transaction fees? The Sopay app is free to use. There are absolutely no transaction fees for consumers. Sopay. There are 20 million cryptocurrency holders in the world, and that number is expected to reach 200 million by 2020. How can Sopay help businesses tap into this new market?
No, continue, please. Continue. Yeah.
Businesses can easily integrate the SO API with their payment platform, even without extensive blockchain knowledge, and be up and running in just 6 days. What currencies does Sopay support? Sopay supports most popular cryptocurrencies. Merchants have the flexibility to decide which digital currencies they want to accept. How long does it take for cryptocurrency payments to clear? Sopay's transaction process takes just a few seconds. Payments arrive almost instantly. Are there any transaction fees? The Sopay app is free to use, and there are absolutely no transaction fees for consumers. For merchants, Sopay charges a minimal service fee for each transaction and offers a significant discount to merchants using SOP tokens. Sopay.
Next one. Thank you. So the Sopay token SOP is already open for trading, and we listed on these 3 exchanges right now. Our plan is really to launch into Korea exchange as well in coming future. We're working on it. So, and I would like to invite every one of you to join us on our communities, and we are also welcome for those volunteers who like to help us to manage our community as well. Just contact us and we'll talk about it. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening to my introduction about Sopay, and I'd like to give you a